Welcome back to Lone Star Roads, brought to you by the Credit Union of Texas. Justin Frizzell is my name. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you find us on Facebook. Check us out online, LoneStarRoadsTV.com. And like I tell you, tailgate us on Twitter at Lone Star Roads. We love to follow you back and hit you back and keep you up to date what's going on in Texas and red dirt music. Like these guys right here, they are going on right now. The name of the CD is Rusty Brothers Revival. It looks just like that. They're sitting right here with me. Say hello to Stephen and Andrew McWilliams, y'all.
Boys,
Justin.
how you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good to see you guys, man.
Last time I saw you, Andrew, you were spiking beer glasses at a local beer joint there.
That was a little embarrassing. Yeah. You called me out, and then immediately I did something embarrassing. So.
And how often does that happen?
About once every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's get through this quick.
Right.
I don't know if I've heard that story yet.
Well, I'll tell you the story, Steve.
All right. Please.
You guys are familiar with a little contest called Ranch Factor?
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit? Well, we were having the end one, the finale.
Yeah.
And just before we were to announce who won, Andrew, I noticed Andrew out in the crowd. I was like, and hey, one of the guys that won Ranch Factor 2012.
Oh, this was the last one, the latest one.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Is here tonight. It's Andrew McWilliams from the Rusty Brothers. And as he raised this hand to say hi to everybody, this hand apparently got sweaty and nervous and just, I mean, he couldn't have made a better entrance right there. So.
Good.
But, when you win Ranch Factor, and you get the big record deal and you get everything that came with that, I mean, you've got money to blow.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't tell you how many beer mugs I've broken.
Yeah. That's your thing now.
Yeah.
Being brothers. And although one of you is red-headed and the other one is black-headed or brown-headed, you are brothers.
We are.
Yeah.
Technically.
We're told that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somebody's got paperwork on that somewhere.
I've never seen it.
Right? We're going to need to see that.
Yeah.
And obviously it's the Rusty Brothers.
Right.
But the last name is McWilliams.
Right.
And so it's not so much about the name as it maybe is about some kind of oxidation.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have called us like at the gigs or something like that. Any shows like Mr. Rusty or think my name is Rusty or our last name is Rusty. Like no, it's not. It's just really just a formality. We've been the Rusty Brothers for 9 years or 10 years or so, and just have never changed the name.
And why is it
just the red hair? I guess I always say I wish there was a cooler story how the band got named, but it's just the red-headedness in the band.
Right.
That's it. So it's,
First song I ever thought of, the only thing I could find to write it on was a rusty old Bowie knife. You can keep that story. Use that. That's it.
I used to make stuff up when people would ask that, and I got really, really bad at doing that, and people could tell I was just
right.
Completely.
Your yarns weren't all spinning together there.
Yeah. So I
beginning to separate.
Quit trying to do that. So now we stick with the red beard kind of deal.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys obviously won Ranch Factor 2012. But you were obviously making music before then.
Yeah.
But I would think, it's been a whirlwind in a year's time for you guys.
Definitely has.
Because that, and its purpose is to put an act that deserves to be on the next level. It puts you on a different platform.
Yeah.
What's this last year been like for you guys after winning?
I feel like my life's in shambles, and just
it's not what I wanted.
So it's been great.
Yeah. In a good way. Just the playing. We were playing a lot. We thought, we weren't getting all the gigs that we wanted, but we were still steady. Maybe one time a week or something like that before the Ranch Factor. And then what the Ranch Factor did for us was put us on the road maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and put us on the on the country radio, on the Texas Music Radio and stuff like that. And that's something that we never had before. We had recorded a couple CDs that just never got out there. We really wanted to get out there. But we just never had that real good push. That radio push, and the Ranch Factor really kind of opened our horizons a little bit and let us get our music out there to some new folks, and it's really paying off. The last couple months we've showed up to some gigs, and there's been a group of 4 or 5 people here, or 6 or 7 people here that have been calling out the single, wanting us to play the single.
Great, man.
It's cool. I mean, it's actually like, holy crap, it's working. It's actually working. Yeah,
I love that, man.
It's cool because you can kind of see just the little tiny seed from the first tune we did, and now we have another one coming out, and hopefully we can watch it expand. But yeah, there's just little tiny pockets of people that are really enthusiastic when you play that tune that they've heard on the radio.
Now, being brothers, where's the separating line there? Which one of you is the goofball and which one of you is the thinker?
Thinker, for sure.
Okay.
No doubt.
You know, I used to be the thinker a long time ago, and I became tired of being the thinker. You know, I did the managing and all that stuff for
Right.
you know, a few years, and it just became tired. And Andrew moved back from New Orleans. He was living in New Orleans and flying into gigs. You know, we were flying him in from Southwest Airlines. He'd meet us in San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, you know, Lubbock, wherever. And then he moved back from New Orleans about a year and a half ago or so, and took over.
Last May.
Yeah, took over 100% of the managing and booking and stuff like that. And then we got hooked up with those guys up in Nashville, and they've really come to our aid and just taken the load off of him. You know, he pretty much sends me an email and says we're playing here, and then I go. So it's really been nice.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
So you guys, now that you've won Ranch Factor and you've seen everything that come along with it, and you're starting to experience the success that you deserve to experience and that you have even before Ranch Factor got a hold of you, what would you tell, maybe a band or a musician that's out there on the other side of the TV right now? I mean, obviously, I would think you would tell them get involved in contests like this. But what piece of advice could you pass along to them?
It's you know, if you indeed do end up winning it, you know, they do a good job of putting you out on the radio to you know, you're going to be busy, you know, that radio tour, and we're fixing to do our second radio tour. You are going to be busy, but if that's what you want to do, you know, if that's what you want to spend your time doing, it's definitely worth it.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Sign my table, let's play some songs. You want to?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Stephen and Andrew McWilliams right there. They're the Rusty Brothers. The CD looks just like this. It's called Revival. When we come back on the other side, we're going to hear a little bit of it, y'all. You're watching Lone Star Roads, brought to you by the Credit Union of Texas. Hang in there.